Hey, what's up, guys? I'm here with Goran, and you're here for your free picks for the Champions League on Wednesday. That is December 13th, the last day of the Champions League group stage, guys. And then we are done with it until, I believe, February, if I'm not mistaken, when the knockouts start. On Wednesday, we have some very big games. We have some interesting matchups. We have that interesting Group F with Dortmund, PSG, Newcastle, and Milan fighting off. Should be an interesting day, guys. And please have in mind that I recorded this videos for the Champions League a few days ahead of time as I'm on vacation as we speak. So the price might be a little bit different, the odds might be a little bit different, but the picks I have put in this videos will stand, and I will be going with them as well. For the Europa League and the Conference League picks, I will be skipping the videos for that, so I might be dropping some in the comment section to get some free picks for you guys, and it same goes for the weekend probably as well. So I'm not even sure I'll be taking my laptop with me, but thank you for the understanding, guys, and I will do my best to get you those free picks in any way possible, possibly even posting them out on Twitter, or maybe even if you message me on Twitter or something like that. So let's get this show on the road, guys. We have another 8 games in the Champions League on Wednesday. We are gonna kick it off with 2 games at 12:45 p.m. Eastern time. The first one is between Crvena Zvezda and Manchester City, a game in Serbia, and a game which will basically change nothing, in my opinion, because Manchester City will remain at the top of this group. The only thing is that they will probably want to keep a perfect record because now they have 5 wins out of 5 games. As far as Crvena Zvezda goes, they're still without a win so far in the Champions League, and if they're counting on getting the win against Manchester City, even they're playing at home, I think it's going to be hard thing to accomplish because defensively they cannot stand up to Manchester City. So in this one, guys, I'm going to take City team total over 2.5 goals at -106. Leipzig and Young Boys is the next matchup at 12:45 p.m. Eastern time, and this is a game that basically probably is not going to change anything standing wise. Leipzig will remain in the second place. They are already going into the knockouts, while Young Boys could definitely use at least a point out of this game to kind of remove all the doubt from them going to the Europa League. So. Uh, I think we can expect a little bit of a mixed lineup, especially from Leipzig, because we know that they have busy schedule with Bundesliga and so on and so on. So both teams to score -143 should be a casual game for both sides, but I'm seeing goals on each side. So both teams to score. Atletico Madrid will be hosting Lazio, and you know what? Atletico Madrid is at the top of this group with 11 points. Lazio is in second place with 10 points, and these two teams will be going to the knockouts. Now, the thing is that Atletico Madrid simply does have more quality, more offense, better defense than Lazio is this season, and they have been more consistent. Lazio did get a 1-1 draw against Verona on the road, which was a bad game from them because Verona had a red card for like the entire second half or something like that, and they were still not able to score a second goal to get a win. And I'm not sure how much they can do here against Atletico Madrid on the road. So I'm going to take Atletico team total over 1.5 goals at -136. Celtic and Feyenoord is the next matchup of Group E, and this game is not going to change anything. It doesn't mean anything to anyone. Feyenoord will remain in that third place. They will be going to the Europa League. Celtic at the bottom of this group, still without a win. They have scored only 3 goals, conceded 14. The only thing is that Celtic will probably like to get at least a point or maybe even a win to say goodbye to the Champions League and to kind of give their fans a nice night in the Champions League for once. So should be an interesting game. I think we're gonna see some chances here, and for that reason, I'm gonna go with over 2.5 in this one. Keeping it simple, guys, at -159. Borussia Dortmund will be hosting PSG in this next matchup, and this is a must-win game for PSG. The draw might be enough for them to stay in that second place and qualify for the knockouts. But if in case Borussia Dortmund gets a win out of this one, and I wouldn't be surprised at all if they did, and then we'll see what's going to happen in Newcastle and Milan But if PSG loses their game, they are very much risking getting knocked out of the Champions League and potentially going into the Europa League, which would be a huge disappointment for this team. And I'm not sure what they will be able to do then to keep Mbappe in the club. Uh, we know that PSG has to go for the win here, guys. So I'm gonna go with both teams to score. I think that's gonna leave them wide open to Borussia Dortmund's counter attack, and we know that Borussia Dortmund is absolutely outstanding when playing at home. So Borussia versus PSG, both teams to score. Newcastle and Milan, like I said, is the next matchup of this group, and you know what? I think this is going to be a very interesting one. Both teams will definitely go for the win. Both teams have 5 points right now. Newcastle in third place, Milan at the bottom of this group with only three scored goals, but they were able to kind of contain Newcastle in the reverse fixture of this game, which ended in a 0-0 draw. And on top of all that, Newcastle has a lot of injuries right now. Their form is in a bit of a decline because of it. While Milan had a very hard game against Atalanta over the weekend, but they are and have been known to be a bit of a clutch team. So I honestly wouldn't be surprised if Milan, with all their experience with playing in Europe and all their experienced players, would snag a win here potentially. So they will need to hope for PSG to drop points against Borussia Dortmund, but the only thing they can control is this game. And I'm going to take Milan over 3.5 shots on target at minus 105. They had a lot of them in the first game. Let's hope they have a lot of them in this one as well. And the last two picks of this video and the last two picks of the Champions League group stage are between Porto and Shakhtar and Antwerp and Barcelona. So Porto and Shakhtar will be fighting for that second place and the spot that will get them into the knockouts. Porto 10 scored goals, 5 conceded goals. Shakhtar 7-7. Both teams have 9 points, and Shakhtar has to go for the win here. The draw will not do them good. Uh, the draw will keep them in that third place, while Porto will be perfectly happy with the draw. Now, if you set yourself up to defend rather than to attack, the chances are you will not defend successfully, especially against a solid team like Shakhtar is, the team that is more than capable of scoring goals, and they have been proving it so far this season as well. So I'm gonna go with both teams to score at minus 118 in this one. As soon as we see one goal, I think the other team will open up and try to get it back. And I simply don't see either side keeping a clean sheet here. So Porto versus Shakhtar, both teams to score at minus 118. And the last pick of this video, guys, is between Royal Antwerp and Barcelona. Now, Barcelona is at the top of this group. There is a chance that they will lose that top spot if they lose this game and if Porto beats Shakhtar. However, they have secured the knockouts, and that's pretty much all that matters to them. They have been averaging 2 scored goals per game in the Champions League. They have conceded only 3 goals so far this season in the Champions League, while Antwerp, they haven't been scoring a lot. They have 5 losses out of 5 games, but this is the home game. I'm sure they will do everything they can to possibly get on the scoreboard to maybe create some chances to go toe to toe with Barcelona. And for that reason, both teams to score at minus 132. I think that seems reasonable to me, and that's pretty much the only thing I would be willing to take, unless I take some player prop or something else. But then we have to wait for the lineup to actually see who is in the starting lineup for this game. So Royal Antwerp against Barcelona, both teams to score at minus 132. That's it, everyone. Thank you for joining me here. These were free picks for the Champions League on Wednesday. That is December 13th, the last day of the Champions League group stage. Like I said, guys, I will skip on the Thursday videos for the Europa League, possibly even all the videos for the weekend. But I could drop some free picks in the comment section or possibly even on Twitter. So stay tuned, guys. Have a great day. Good luck with all of your bets, and I'll see you soon at more free picks.